You may choose to look the other way, but you can never say again that you did not know. William Wilberforce. Greetings. My name is Joseph Yagar. Welcome to another Life in Perspective broadcast. My objective is to provide thought-provoking discussions so you can optimize your perspective on life. In a heartfelt speech, Pope Francis referred to it as an open wound on the body of contemporary society, a crime against humanity and an atrocious scourge that is present throughout the world on a broad scale. It is a global phenomenon that exceeds the competence of any one community or country. In order to eliminate it, we need a mobilization comparable in size to that of the phenomenon itself. That phenomenon is human trafficking. Before I continue, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so by clicking the subscribe link below. You may also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The International Labor Organization estimates that there are 40.3 million victims of human trafficking globally, more than the population of many countries. 81% are trapped in forced labor, 75% are women, and 1 in 4 are children. Estimated profits annually, $150 billion. That is more than the individual profits of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Pfizer, and ExxonMobil, just to name a few, and by a wide margin. The 800-pound gorilla in the room isn't the one most of us are used to speaking about at cocktail parties. Victim stories tend to have a common but not exclusive theme. Desperate people looking for a better life and end up exploited by predators who see them coming a mile away. They make promises they never intend to keep and have no regard for the well-being of their victims. They milk them for every penny they can, and most die in captivity and replaced. However, please don't presume that living in a safe environment and not being classified as desperate will prevent you from falling victim. The efforts of many agencies worldwide result in a few thousand victims rescued each year and a few arrests. Although there is always a bright spot to report, it is a drop in the bucket by comparison to the damage inflicted on the victims and their families, which number in the millions. Considering that global spending to fight human trafficking is less than 1% of the profits made by this evil enterprise, the results are hardly surprising. I am confident that for most of us, learning the magnitude of this global behemoth raises questions such as, who are the traffickers? Why do they choose to do it? How do they get their victims? How can we tell, and what we can do? Well, like any other global industry, traffickers range from small-time solo operators to loose networks of criminals to highly sophisticated criminal organizations that operate internationally. The reason they choose to trade in humans, according to trafficking expert Louis Shelley, is because there are low startup costs, minimal risks, high profits, and large demand. And unlike drugs, they can be sold repeatedly. They rely on enablers and exploit the desperation of their victims to lure them in. They take their identification, create a false one in its place, and put them to work or sell them. It's fair to expect that most of us are consumed by our daily lives, but we can be more conscientious if we know what to look for. Victims of human trafficking appear malnourished, showing signs of physical injuries and abuse, avoid eye contact, social interaction, and law enforcement, give scripted or rehearsed responses when interacting, don't have official identification documents, and may appear destitute, incoherent, and/or drugged. And although these signs are not exclusive to human trafficking, turning the other cheek regardless is something that may be hard to live with. Martin Luther King Jr. once said that our life begins to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Traffickers are dangerous and ruthless, and staying silent may feel safer. However, intervention may be done anonymously by calling the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888. Let's face it, if we or someone we love becomes a victim, would we not want someone to do the same for us? Please like, subscribe, and share this video, and let me know what topics you would like my perspective on in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.